What's up, fellas? It's great to see you, and I'm glad that you're here. It's summertime, and that means it's wedding season. There's some definite do's and don'ts when it comes to being a good guest at a wedding. So in this video, I'm going to cover my top 10 things you can do to make sure you don't break the rules and that you're a terrific guest. Are you ready? Let's go. All right, guys, so here we go. Number one, RSVP as soon as you can. The couple has a significant amount of funds allocated for food and beverage for everyone on the guest list. They need to know if you're going to be there so they can make arrangements financially based on an accurate head count. And with that, if the invitation says a +1, that means you're allowed to bring one person, not three. Number two, be on time. Even be a little bit early. Give yourself plenty of time to get to the venue, especially if it's one you've never been to before, so you have to map it, or if you think there might be a difficult parking situation. You do not want to be that guy rolling in while the ceremony is taking place, trying to find your chair. Blame the traffic if you want to, but you could have left earlier. All right, guys, number three, and this is a big one. Switch your phones off or to vibrate as soon as you get to the venue. There's not much more that's that disrespectful and embarrassing as your phone ringing or chiming during the ceremony. Take it from someone that's been to about 26 weddings in the last 12 months. It's incredibly embarrassing. The other thing is if the officiant or anyone else calls for an unplugged wedding ceremony, don't even take your phone out of your pocket during the ceremony. This is telling you that the bride and groom want you just to be present and to pay attention. There's plenty of time after the ceremony for photos with your phone. They've also spent a lot of money on photographers and videographers to capture their day. The last thing they want to see in their finished wedding album is a picture of the kiss with you extending your arm out in the aisle to get a shot with your phone. Don't do that. Number four, pay attention to the dress code and dress up. So unless otherwise specified on the invitation, weddings are an occasion that you need to dress up for. If you're unsure of the dress code for that particular ceremony, ask somebody. But chances are, people are either going to be wearing a dress or a suit. So if you show up in jeans, sneakers, and your shirt untucked, you're going to stand out like a sore thumb for all the wrong reasons. Also, not dressing for the occasion shows a lack of respect for the occasion and a lack of respect for the couple. Number five, tip the bartenders, especially if it's an open bar. If you tip well and tip early, they'll remember you all night long and they'll take great care of you. So along with tipping, number six is don't get drunk. Especially if it's an open bar, don't get greedy. Be mindful that if it's an open bar, the bride and the groom want you to enjoy yourself and have a good time. But always be mindful that someone has to pay that bill. Even if you're the comedian of the bunch and you're super close to the couple, be respectful that it's not your night, it's theirs. Let them cut loose and just be there to enjoy it. A lot of times these days, though, as well, there's some type of after function following the reception, so you got to make sure that you can at least make it to that. Number seven, be mindful and respectful of any official choreographed events. There's usually a very rigid timeline in place of how the day is laid out and when certain things need to happen. For example, if your immediate family and the photographer or video crew is calling for all immediate family to come over for a group photo, don't wait, because chances are by this point in the day, the timeline is a little behind and the photo and video crew are working overtime to get it back on track. The same thing applies if you're a friend. If the photo and video crew are calling for the bride and groom to be somewhere, don't keep them tied up. Number eight, participate in dances and any activities. For example, if there's a photo booth, go through it. Have your photo taken. The couple wants you there and they want you to have a good time. They want to look back at their wedding photos, see you in them, and that way they know that you did more than just show up. You were part of the celebration. Number nine, say hello and also goodbye to the couple. They went through the process of sending you a formal invitation because they want you included in their big day. Please say hello to them and let them know that you're there. Just be mindful at certain parts of the day that they may not be able to spend a lot of time with you personally, but at the reception there's plenty of time to socialize. make sure you let them know that you were there. Number 10, don't give a speech unless you're asked. Unless you've been specifically asked to give a speech or do a toast, don't. This can get really awkward really quickly. Even if you guys go way back to when you were kids, you've got to try to refrain. Save whatever comments you have for a private moment with the couple. It'll be appreciated so much more. Also, never heckle anybody during a toast. One last bonus tip, don't leave early. If you can't be present for the entire day, send regrets and don't attend the wedding. It's disrespectful to duck out early, and it sends the message that they're not important enough for you. Also, when you do leave, make sure you say goodbye to the couple. Fellas, there you have it. My top 10 plus a bonus tip on how to be a terrific wedding guest. Guys, if you haven't already subscribed and you'd like to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button and hit that like button too, because it really does help. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.
How many smiles does it take to be happy?